Be'ezrat Hashem, B'shat Matzliach, we are back here at the Drash HaKadosh David Chai, B'shat Matzliach. Tonight is already the 21st of Tevet, B'ezrat Hashem, Monday night, going into Tuesday, B'shat Matzliach of Parashat Shabbat Va'era. Be'ezrat Hashem, we'll be discussing and we'll continue in the mood in Mishnah Brura with Ish Matzliach in Tfilat Arvit, okay, Siman Reish Lamet Vav, Birkot Kriyat Shema Shel Arvit. Ubo Dalat Seifim. There's a before Halachot to discussing to us exactly how do we fulfill the mitzvot of the brachot. What exactly going on here? B'chavot Rabbi Avraham, Rabbi Yedon David. He read yesterday. You could read today, please. Ba'erev.
Well, from the beginning.
From the beginning, yes. Sifa Katan Aleph.
Ba'erev mevarech she'tayim lifnei Kriyat Shema. In
contrast with the morning, the evening has a little bit difference. And the difference is, in the morning you say two brachot before, you say the Kriyat Shema, and one bracha after before you start Shmoneh Esrei. Here we're going to have a difference in the evening. We're going to have two brachot in the beginning, before Kriyat Shema, and two brachot after. Let's see in Mishnah Brura, Ba'erev, V'hamincha glomar ve'hu rachum kodem tfilat arvit. There is a prevalent custom here. For some reason, Shulchan Aruch omitted it. We have this concept, and that's what everybody does. But I never saw a minyan that doesn't start, or that without Arvit, without prefix of the Urachum. So here's the Ish Matzliach wants to add something over here. Rabbi Avraham, what does that say there? אשר אדם מותח בך, אשר בושיע, וחצי קדיש, ואחר כך, והוא רחום. Here, the contrast, what Ish Matzliach wants to add here, is what minhag is of the Asfaradim. I have zero understanding. I can't comprehend it for many years yet. Not against Rabbi Sharabani, but why after Kaddish al Israel of Limud Torah, there is no Chetzi Kaddish which is Shayach for Arvit. It has nothing to do with your Limud. I don't understand this concept. We said Kaddish al Israel, Halas we don't have to say Kaddish anymore. And it's something recent, by the way. It's never been like this, by the way. Whoever sover, one has nothing to do with the other. Al Israel is for Limud Torah.
If you sover like you have a reason why.
One second. There's a Limud Torah, and then there is a Tfilah. Here it says that tells us clearly, Ish Matzliach, that before Arvit we have to say Chatzi Kaddish, just like we do by Shmoneh Esrei, before Shmoneh Esrei of Mincha, before Shmoneh Esrei of Arvit, we also say Chatzi Kaddish. So Chatzi Kaddish is a prefix. Chatzi Kaddish is not some kind of a choice you want to do it or not. Here, according to Ashkenazim, you don't do it. Right away, you see that they start like this. When they walk to shul, their Arvit is called for 6:15. The Chazan starts, and finished. Right? That's Ashkenazim. No Kaddish at all. Says Ish Matzliach, you must say Kaddish. Continue. ואחר כך והוא רחום. וכן
רבנו
Harizal. Kaf HaChaim brings him down. This is the prevalent custom. This is what you're supposed to do. Why people omit it? If somebody has a good answer for me, I'll love to hear it. Rabbi Sharabani, if he has time to come in, he will come in. Okay. Let's go in Mishnah Brura. Tur, who says this? Tur b'siman reish lamed v'zayin ayin sham b'hata'am. So Tur brings it in 237. The reason why we say v'urachum and all the reasons and all that we say. B'da demashim v'u'ar la'el v'misiman nun daled v'mishnah Brura saif katan yud gimel b'shem achronim. Note that whatever we mentioned in Siman 54. In Mishnah Brura, in the small note 13, in the name of Achronim, Da'achar barchu dino ka'emtza perek. Okay? So, meaning, once you said barchu, you're like in the middle of a chapter, a perek. What does that mean? De'ikar barchu she'omer hashliach tzibur hakavana brachot she'mevarchin ha'olam achar kach. So now we're going to discuss, what is this barchu for? Where is this barchu coming from? Avram. Where is this Baruch Hu? What does it have to do with anything? So he says, first rule, after you say Baruch Hu, you're not allowed to talk. It's like you're already in the middle of a parak. Are you allowed to talk in the middle of a parak?
No.
Only to yes, you're allowed to. No, to answer shalom le Rav. Yeah. You're allowed to answer to a rabbi shalom. That's it. So if once you said Baruch Hu, the rules are all relevant din Today we don't even answer to the Rav, by the way. Today, La Halacha, if the Rav says to you, Rav Sharabani walks in, and you're in the middle of Perek of the Prakim of the Kriyat Shema, says hello to you, you don't answer. Even though the Mishnah says that's the Halacha, and we know that, but since the Minhag already today not to interrupt. We don't interrupt anymore, and therefore the Rabbi will understand you in the middle of Kriyat Shema. There's nothing to about.
Somebody just walks up to you and shakes your hand.
Shake your hand is not a problem. We're talking about talking. Talking is a problem. מכיוון שענו העולם בורכו, הווה כאילו התחילו הברכה. You hear what he says? The בורכו is שייך to what? To the brachot. So since you answered ברכו, it's like you already started ברוך. וכמו שכתבו העלייה רבה והפרי מגדים שם. As Reza brought down already. היה שם, פשוט, דאין לחלק בין שחרית לערבית, there is no difference between שחרית and ערבית. How important is by ערבית? Haram, right? By שחרית. Shacharit, everybody will kill you, right? From Baruch Shamar until Alein Shabech, until at least Kaddish Kabal, you don't talk, right? So he says, there's no difference between this Kaddish, this Baruch and the Shacharit Baruch. ולפי זה צריך להיזהר מאוד שלא לספר אחר בורכו דערבית. I was actually more lenient. I was one of those that lenient. You know, there's something, whatever. For Arvit, yeah. He says not to be. אפילו קודם שהתחיל לברך הברכה הראשונה. Even before you started saying the words Baruch. You said Baruch. That's it. You're already in the middle of bracha. You can't stop talking anymore. Hashem should forgive us, and hopefully I'll be nizar from now on for the rest of my life. אם דתו להתפלל אז מעריב עם הציבור. If your intention is to daven Arvit with the community, you're not allowed to talk. ובעוונותינו הרבים הרבה אנשים נבחרים בזה. Look at this. I joined a big freight, he says. There's a big freight of people on a boat. They're all unfortunately doing this. Say, okay, let's say the few last words. In the middle of sometimes in the middle of the limud or something, right? You want to say something. You want to tell the guy something that he can't answer back anymore. You guys don't feel it. I'm one of those guys. I want to be the last one in the argument. All right, bet. Shtaim. So why there is two? What's the purpose of two? Asher bidvaro ve'avat olam. So the first one is Asher bidvaro ve'avat olam. The second one. Ve'eno potachat bebaruch dehavia smucha larishona. So he says the first one starts with baruch, but the second one is not starting with baruch because it's actually connected to the first one. Again, you say baruch, right? And you say baruch ata Hashem. You start with baruch. But the second one that starts Avat Olam, right? Over there you start without the bracha, because it's actually connected to the first one. ויש להפסיק בין ברקיע כרצונו לבין בורא יום ולילה. So there should be a hefsek בין ברקיע כרצונו. So Hashem created the rakia, the sky as His will, לבין בורא יום ולילה. And before you start let me see, let's see there you have it up already.
Yeah.
So he says, where to make a hefsek? So he says, מלך אשר בדרום מעריב ערבים בחוכמה פותח שערים, right? ומחלים את הזמנים, והתורה בתורה ומצוות. So where is he talking about? Maybe some different nusach by them? Is it Ashkenazi different nusach? Unless he's talking about shacharit now, because I know the golel is in shacharit, מעריב ערבים בחוכמה פותח שערים, ביטונה משנה עתים ומחליף את הזמנים, ומסדר את הכוכבים ובשביל מרגיע. No, בורא ימו בלילה. Yeah, there is a difference.
Different.
Yeah, they have a different nusach. ויש להפסיק בין ברקיע כרצונו לבין בורא יום ולילה. So we have ברקיע, here he is. ומסדר את הכוכבים ובשבילותיהם ברקיע כרצונו. So there is actually a dot over here. בורא יום ולילה. So over here he says to stop. little הפסק. Millisecond. It doesn't have to be like a whole big spiel, like I have sick. That does have sick. So there is a dot over there. Yeah. Okay, very nicely. Okay, leave it here. Let's just in case. The kirtzono kai adeliel. Aha. Because kirtzono, it's talking about what we just mentioned before. Yeah, kirtzono is over there, and then continues. Uminhag spard shelo lomar Hashem tzvakot. חי, אלא מסיימים תכף אחרי מבדיל בין יום ובין לילה, ברוך אתה השם, בין יום ובין לילה, השם צבקות שמו. So here we have it. He says this last words before Baruch, Ashkenazim don't have. השם צבקות שמו, those three words, we do. מבדיל בין יום ובין לילה, השם צבקות שמו, Ashkenazim don't say it, he says. Okay, here's number 3, בכבוד, okay, 3, בכבוד רבי אברהם.
תשמעי מה,
איש מצליח, yeah.
מצליח.
Where's number 2?
עכשיו הספרדים נוהגים לסיים מבדיל בין יום ולילה, השם צבאות שמו ברוך אתה השם אמר ברבים.
Here, Rabbi, good, Rabbi walked in. Can we bother you now? Or can we bother you now? It's good, good. You did good, you did good. We're starting right now the Halachot. You okay, Rabbi? You look very serious. Like scary because okay. Now listen, Rabbi. Yeah, he's trying to scare us, right? Rabbi, the question is,
Watch your feet.
what's the connection, Rabbi? What's the connection of Kaddish to Al Israel? And here he says clearly, Ish Matzliach, even though Mishnah Berurah, it's not their minhag, but we have a clear minhag to say Chetzi Kaddish before Baruch Hu. Me'echet Temtze, you cut it off just because you said Al Israel. Who gave you permission? From where?
Gave me permission.
Not you, I'm just saying. Other schools started to do it here also. Believe me or not, I'm seeing it for the last 2-3 years.
Rab Shalom, Rab Mordechai Sharabi, and Rab Ben Ziona Bas Shaul both held of that.
In my life, we never did it. In our yeshiva, we said Al Israel, and then we had a Chazan, he will say L'Shem Yichud, the whole up.
Between the Al Yisrael and the Chazan, wasn't there like a 2-minute break?
L'Shem Yichud, yeah.
No, just the L'Shem Yichud?
Yeah, just the L'Shem Yichud.
Okay, so that's...
Dafka we said, because again, the Kaddish has to do with Baruch Hu. It has nothing to do with what you said, Kaddish. Al Israel has nothing to do with Arvit.
Doesn't matter. You're saying a Kaddish right before Arvit.
Right, just like you do before Shmoneh Esrei, just like you do before Mincha, same thing.
So it takes care of it.
Why? What's the connection? That Kaddish Al Israel is for the Limud Torah. It has nothing to do with the tefillah right now you're going to do. You're right now going to go into different oilam, and Briyas oilam is that Chetzi Kaddish. Ashkenazim don't say it. Good. For them it's okay. But we have that minhag.
That's what they felt. They felt that Kaddish serves that.
Okay, but you don't remember those offhand. What's the time?
I just know that
But again, my argument, you still didn't push away my argument. My argument is that Kaddish is bringing me to a different oilam. And Kaddish Al Israel has zero to do with it. Zero to do. That you took again, it's a long discussion. I know many years I have with this with people. Not many years. I literally, since I moved to Florida, I see it very often. In Brooklyn, we would not know how like that. There will be some wise guys, the Ravadia guys. Some wise guys, they will do it. But no, but everybody will, hello? Kaddish has nothing to do. One Kaddish has nothing to do with the other Kaddish.
So I'm just telling you that that's what they felt.
You know that there's a big fight right now in the Yeshiva world. The Moran's words, En Marbim B'Kaddishim. En Marbim B'Kaddishim. So everybody is trying to see where we cut down the Kaddish. Romano was talking about just saying Kaddishim for
I
nothing.
used to, for the first 2 years of the maybe more, I used to make the extra Kaddish. Then I saw about Rab Sharabi, I believe, and I saw for sure Rabbi Ben Zion. I understood that's what they do in Purat Yosef. If it's that, so I decided I don't want to. Okay,
but Rabbi, do me a favor. If you happen to hit what's the connection? I just want to know what's the connection between Al Israel to Kriyat Arvit, to Tfilat Arvit. I see no connection whatsoever. Okay.
Connected. It happens to be it's a Kaddish. That's all. Kaddish doesn't have to be just for one thing.
Right, but no. One second. You said, I remember 2 weeks ago, we have the Kaddish of Hodu, right? Al Israel before Hodu. If they didn't say, there's an inya to say it even by Vayvorech. The whole thing, you made the whole people over there, right? So you see that because, and you said, who am I to agree with you? I'm just saying what I learned, that each Kaddish is bringing you to different oilam. So Kaddish Al Israel is over there. Kaddish Chetzi Kaddish before Baruch Hu, it's different oilam. You're building a new world. So why you take it out? What?
Arvit is just asking for a Kaddish before the Baruch Hu, that's all, and it's there.
But again, but let me ask you.
You're not going up and down.
Let me ask you a better question. A chutzpah a little bit. Let's say you daven from Baruch Hu till Shmoneh Esrei, took you a minute. Do you say the Kaddish or not? You could say maybe the same thing. I said Kaddish already. Why not? Let me just start Shmoneh Esrei without a Kaddish. I didn't take a big blow break. I took it very fast.
No, because that's between Geula and Tefillah, whatever it's ahead.
Oh, and the Shacharit I don't say Kaddish.
That's because but it's two different themes there.
No, but it's very simple. The answer is Mishaneh Matbiah. You're not allowed to Mishaneh Matbiah. Chazal tiknu, there should be a Kaddish. If it says he is Matzliach, that we have a minhag to say Kaddish before Baruch Hu, Me'echet Temtze, just because you're Al Israel, how are you going to take it off? That's just a side note, but I know I'm being too much chutzpan. I'm pressing the wrong point.
That's
Pressing too much already.
No, it's good.
It's like a person got up to Hodu.
Right?
Okay, a person they got up to Hodu, and they don't have yet a minyan.
Okay.
And somebody starts learning, gives halachot, and then suddenly the minyan comes in, so he does a kaddish al Israel for the learning that they did. So what are you gonna do now? Say another kaddish for between this and Hodu?
No, because that's actually that Kaddish before Hodu is before learning. There's a whole Braitot over there. You have all the Braitot, Mishnayot. You have all that. That's specifically for that. That's made for that. So I'm not gonna fight with the guy.
Okay.
But here's the different scenario. Here's Marav.
Okay.
Has no connotation between Chetzi Kaddish to Arvit of Kaddish al Israel.
You're making it like a kaddish al Israel is a whole world in itself.
No, I'm saying that is for limud. But what I'm saying is more chashuv is the Chetzi Kaddish for
Let's say
Shalem.
Let's say after the limud we just say a chatzi kaddish.
We don't do that. That's
Let's
no
say-
Mishnah Midbiyah. Why would you be Mishnah
Let's say
Midbiyah?
we just say a chatzi kaddish.
Ashkenazim don't say any Kaddish most of the time. But anyway, sometimes
Let's
they
say
do.
we would say just a chatzi kaddish.
Okay.
Then would you agree that I would do the one for before Baruch?
So I would say that why did you davka say Chetzi Kaddish? Because that's the
No,
minhag of
let's
before
say that
Baruch.
was the
I would
way it
that's
was.
the reason I would
Let's
say.
Let's say that's the way it was.
Nah, but there was such a thing.
You're not following.
I got what you're saying. I understand. The guy said Chetzi Kaddish. If the
Not
Chazal
that
would,
everybody says chatzi kaddish
After
after
limud?
the learning. They
I,
don't say Yehei Shlama either. They just say chatzi
it's a
kaddish.
hypothetical question,
So
Rabbi.
if he said that chatzi kaddish, would that help for the Baruch Hu?
But it's hypothetical. I have zero
Okay,
connection
you're
to
not
it.
getting there.
I got it. But it's a hypothetical
Once you
question. It's
get
not
there,
shaykh.
it's no big deal if you add that.
Of course, again, but the fact that you kol hagorea, kol hamosiv, one second, Rabbi, kol hagorea mosiv gorea. The fact that you added al Israel, you were gorea from what you're saying. The argument. Okay, I'm a big chutzpan. You see what's going on here? כי איך להביא מעין והתימה סמוך לחתימה. Okay, so the question is, מבדיל בין יום ובין לילה, ברוך אתה השם, אלא מסיימים תכף אחרי. Oh, so why do the Ashkenazim take out those three words? He says, כי איך להביא מעין חתימה סמוך לחתימה. Because what happens is that it sounds like that ובין יום ובין לילה, השם צבקות שמו. So that's in itself already completion, he says like. So the reason why they take it out is because how you have two chatimot, two completions, two finishing up the subject. Okay, that's what the we don't have that problem. That's the way that Ashkenazim do it. ואין בטור שישב גם במנהגנו דהווה גם כן מעין החתימה שאנו מתפללים שימלוך השם מתקיים והיה לעד ערב יהיה אור לנו וחושך לשונאי השם. Okay. Now you want to just translate. Vayed batur. So he says, look into the tur. Sheyeshev gam b'minhagenu. There's a minhag by Ashkenazim. Dehave gam ken me'en chatima. There should be an additional, like a completion of a bracha, like a completion of the statement. Sh'anu mitpalelim sheimloch Hashem. Sheimloch Hashem. I guess that fifth bracha. Hashem imloch l'olam vayid, right? Baruch Hashem l'olam amen, right? That's the whole thing. They have another chatima. They have a fifth bracha b'chlal Ashkenazim, but we'll get there in soon, one second. ומה שאנו אומרים השם צבקות, כתבו גם כן האחרונים, משום דכתיב עושה שחר איפה. השם אלוקי צבקות שמו. Alright, so gentlemen, I'm a little bit confused here because it's not the minhag. I don't know what the minhag is. There are some kind of additions of Ashkenazim. The best thing will be maybe tomorrow we'll have Ashkenazi Sidur over here also. Let's see Gimel. We're not finished yet, Rabbi Abraham. In a rush? A few more minutes? Okay. A few more minutes, okay? Gimel, Ushtayim la'acharea. So let's just finish up the Seif and then we'll call it a night. Ushtayim la'acharea, Rishona, Emet ve'emuna. So right after Kriyat Shema you say Emet ve'emuna, right? Ve'eno potachat be'baruch. Why doesn't it start with Baruch? Dehavya smucha lechaverta. Because it is connected to the previous one. What was the previous one? The Kriyat Shema la havya hefsek. Because Kriyat Shema is really not hefsek. Because we ended the Baruch, right? Baruch atah Hashem, ohevet amo Yisrael. So the third bracha is actually connected to that bracha, and the whole hefsek. You hear what he's saying? The whole Kriyat Shema you said in the middle, it's not called hefsek. So basically, the third bracha and the second bracha are connected. Since the second bracha ends with Baruch, the third one does not have to start with Baruch. It starts right away, Emet V'Emunah. Because of that connection. And the Kriyat Shema, don't consider it as a hefsek. What do you say?
The third one is after the Shema?
That's right.
Where is it after?
Emet V'Emunah. Emet V'Emunah V'Yatziv. Right? Emet V'Emunah, the whole thing that you said.
Kriyat Shema?
So you said Kriyat Shema. Hashem Elokechem Emet. And then the third bracha, you start Emet V'Emunah. Right? Emunah. So he's saying, why doesn't that start with bracha? Because he says the second one, you finished off with the bracha. So this is like a continuation. Beautiful.
At the end, all the way at the end, before the Shemona Esrei.
No, he's talking about the Emet Emunah. No, before Hashkivenu. Right after Kriyat Shema. One page back. No, the other way, yeah. Yeah, right there. Emunah. Right, that starts without a bracha. He's saying why? Because it's a continuation from the second bracha. Okay, with the Kriyat Shema, Shelah Havi Hefsek. V'chotem, Baruch Ata Hashem, Ga'al Israel. Here we say how we complete the bracha, Ga'al Israel. V'lo Go'el Israel, kemo b'tfilah. Not Go'el Israel, Ga'al Israel. Ga'al is what? In the past tense. Ga'al Israel, because we're discussing what? Yetziat Mitzrayim. So once you talk about Yetziat Mitzrayim, you're forever grateful. So you pray for past tense. Thank you. However, in the Shemona Esrei, what are you saying? Go'el is redeeming us. So that's the difference. משום שנתקדה על הגאולה שעברה. ובמערבית של יום טוב נוהגים לסיים מלך צור ישראל וגואלו. So Ashkenazim also have this difference in the way to end off on Yom Tov. Here, איש מצליח בכבוד רבי אברהם. היינו למנהג אשכנזים, אבל
אנו נוהגים לומר נוסח זה
אין אנו נוהגים. אין. We don't follow this Ashkenazim. We have a regular חתימה. We change two words in the חתימה with the Yerushalayim. That's all. Not a big deal. ומפקפקים הרבה בזה. והרבה האחרונים ישבין המנהג. So there's a lot of discussion. Why do we change the bracha, חתימה לברכה? Because חתימות הברכה is what? חתימות ברכה is גמרא. Who are you to change the מנהג חתימות ברכות? There is a משלמת ביחס ושלום. So he says there's a whole reason why there's a custom in Yom Tov which changes than the regular day. ואף על כן יותר טוב לסיים גאל ישראל כמו בשאר ימות השנה. Doesn't matter, even at Shabbat, you should finish appropriately Ga'al Israel and not Igoalo like the Ashkenazim sometimes. Some say, and even though looks like it's a prevalent custom today. כמו שכתבנו לעיל בסימן ס"ו, as we already learned over there in סימן 66, במשנה ברורה, סעיף קטן, in the small note 33, ובברכה השנייה, השכיבנו, וחותם שומר עמו ישראל לעד. Here. שומר את עמו ישראל לעד, that's the bracha, that's the fourth bracha that we finish. מפני שבלילה צריכין שימור מן המזיקין. Because at night, there are prevalent, sometimes the koach of the Sitra Achra is a little bit more prevalent because of the night. ואף על גב דקאי מלן, דצריך לסמוך גאולה לתפילה. So the question is, wait a minute. This is the Gemara question. How come you don't have at night smicha geula letfilah? Here you said Ga'al Israel, so right away to tefillah, and again, what's the connection? Like this, you said Ga'al Israel, thank you for the past of miracles. Now the Shemona Esrei is all about what? You praising Hashem, and then you begging Hashem for more, right? So that's the best way to pray. That's the best way to praise Hashem. You say thank you for the past, praise Him for the present, and now beg Him for the future. Right? That's the best way to approach when you any king. Basar Badam and for sure Hashem, who has all the power, has all the strength. So he says, so how come over here not? In Ashkivenu we have another tefillah. Av ba'Arvit k'dirkama b'asayib. And tzarich lismoch geula letfilah. Also in Arvit you must be somech to geula letfilah. If you want to go to Olam Haba, you must. So how is this interruption? Mikol makom Ashkivenu lo have hefsek. The Chachamim already answered the Gemara that it's not a hefsek. That prayer, that last bracha, Ashkivenu is what? Ki geula arichta damya. It's like a prolonged geula. וכתוב מתלמידי רבנו יונה, הטעם לרבנו יונה, the students over there explain, כשעבר השם לנגוב את מצרים, היו ישראל מפחדים, ומתפללים מהשם יתברך שקיים דברו, שלא ייתן המשחית לבוא אל בתיהם לנגוב. Because when Hashem was smiting the Egyptian at night, the firstborns, the Jewish people were in big fright. So they prayed to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, they davened to Hashem to do what? To make sure that the Magef it should not strike them. וכנגד אותה תפילה תקנו לומר השכיבנו, הילקח מעין גאולה היא. And because that's the custom goes all the way back 3,300, almost 40 years back, and therefore it's a custom till today. We say this Bracha Hashkivenu without any problem. Be'ezrat Hashem, tomorrow we will continue in Seif Bet in 236. Thank you for joining. Hope to see you tomorrow.